Ladies and gentlemen, dreams are not just for the rich or lucky. They are for everyone. When I started, nobody believed in me, but that was not important. What matters is you believe in yourself. Dreams make life exciting. Even if people laugh at you, even if you fail 100 times, don't give up. Remember, today is hard, tomorrow is harder, but the day after tomorrow is beautiful. If you don't believe in your dream, nobody else will. Start now. Keep going. Always believing in yourself when no one else does is one of the most difficult but powerful things you can ever learn. In life, there will always be moments when people doubt you. They may laugh at your ideas, criticize your decisions, or simply ignore your dreams. It can be painful, discouraging, and lonely. But in those moments, what separates those who succeed from those who give up is the ability to stand firm, to hold onto your inner fire, and to trust your vision even when it seems like no one else can see it. When you believe in yourself, you create a kind of internal energy that moves you forward no matter what obstacles are placed in your way. This belief is not about arrogance or pretending to know everything. It is a quiet confidence that whispers to you, I can do this even when the world is shouting the opposite. It is about knowing deep in your heart that you have something valuable to offer, even if nobody else recognizes it yet. There are so many examples in life where people who changed the world started with nothing but a strong belief in themselves. Every great invention, every great company, every great movement started with someone who was willing to believe when no one else did. It is not easy. It takes courage to look foolish, to be misunderstood, to be doubted again and again. But if you can survive those lonely moments, if you can keep working, learning, and improving, eventually the world will catch up to you. The truth is, most people are limited by their own fears. When they see someone daring to dream big, it makes them uncomfortable. They may project their doubts onto you because they are afraid to try themselves. If you base your belief on what others say, you are putting your future in their hands. But when you base your belief on your own work, your own vision, your own passion, you are free. You are not tied to the opinions of people who gave up on their own dreams. It's important to remember that believing in yourself doesn't mean ignoring advice or feedback. Smart people listen carefully to what others say. They learn from mistakes, they adjust their strategies, they stay humble. But they never give up the core belief that they are capable of learning, growing, and reaching their goals. They treat failures as lessons, not as confirmations of their weakness. Every time they fall, they get up stronger because they know that failure is part of the process, not the end of the story. When nobody believes in you, it's easy to start doubting yourself. That's why you have to create your own internal system of encouragement. Celebrate small wins. Remind yourself why you started. Visualize your goals clearly every day. Surround yourself with even one or two people who uplift you, who see your potential even when you are struggling. But even if you stand completely alone, remind yourself that your dream is worth fighting for. Sometimes the people who doubt you the most are the people closest to you. It could be family, friends, or colleagues. They may love you, but they also fear for you. They don't want to see you hurt or fail. Understand their fears, but do not adopt them. Thank them for their concern, but follow your own path. Your life is yours alone. Your dreams are yours alone. No one else can walk your journey for you. There will be days when you feel exhausted, when the dream seems impossible, when progress is so slow that you wonder if you are just fooling yourself. Those are the days when belief matters most. Not loud, showy belief, but quiet, steady, stubborn belief. The kind that says, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday I will get there. The kind that keeps you taking one more step when everyone else has already given up. Sometimes success takes longer than you want. The world is not fair. Hard work does not always bring quick rewards. People with less talent may succeed faster because they have better connections or more resources. Do not let bitterness poison your belief. Stay focused on your own race. The only thing you can control is how much heart you put into your own journey. In the long run, consistency beats luck. Passion beats privilege. Belief beats doubt. Your belief in yourself will create opportunities you cannot even imagine now. When you carry yourself with confidence, people will eventually notice. Doors will open because you knocked on them again and again long after most people gave up. Skills will sharpen because you kept practicing even when no one was watching. Ideas will grow because you nurtured them through hard seasons. Your belief will turn invisible seeds into visible results. Never measure your value by the reactions of others. Some people won't believe in you even after you succeed. That's okay. You are not living for their approval. You are living to become the best version of yourself. Every great story you admire is built on someone's refusal to give up when the world said they should. Every meaningful achievement is born from faith that refused to die. Belief is not about being perfect. You will make mistakes. You will have doubts. You will fall short sometimes. But as long as you keep getting back up, as long as you keep believing that your dream is possible, you are already stronger than you know. Talent can be beaten by persistence. Genius can be defeated by hard work. External support can be replaced by internal strength. When you believe in yourself, you are telling the universe, I am ready. You are sending a message that you are willing to endure whatever it takes to achieve your vision. This message has power. It will attract people, ideas, and resources you never expected. It will build resilience inside you that can survive anything. It will keep your light burning even in the darkest nights. Belief is not a feeling that comes naturally every day. It is a choice, a discipline, a habit. You must choose it again and again, especially on the hard days. Choose to believe when you're tired. Choose to believe when you're scared. Choose to believe when others walk away. Choose to believe when success seems far away. Your future is shaped by the beliefs you hold today. What you believe, you become. Dreams make life meaningful and exciting because they give us something greater to live for beyond just surviving. Without dreams, life becomes a series of routines and tasks with no higher purpose. Dreams light up the human spirit. They give a reason to wake up every morning with energy. Even when the days are hard, when you have a dream, you have a vision in your mind that is bigger than your current reality. And that vision pulls you forward with passion and hope. A dream is like a secret fire burning inside. It cannot always be seen from the outside, but it fuels everything you do. It changes how you walk, how you talk, and how you think. When you carry a dream within you, ordinary life becomes extraordinary. Every small step feels important because it is connected to something much bigger. Even simple tasks feel meaningful when you know they are leading you somewhere greater. Dreams excite the mind and the heart because they make the impossible feel possible. They make you imagine a better version of yourself, a better version of the world. They stretch your imagination and challenge you to grow. A life without dreams becomes boring because there is no challenge, no adventure, no magic. But a life with dreams is full of surprise, wonder, and the joy of becoming more than you were yesterday. Dreams are not only for the young or the lucky. They belong to everyone. It doesn't matter where you come from or what resources you have. A dream is free to imagine and free to chase. Many people think dreams are a luxury, but in truth, they are a necessity. Without dreams, people lose their sense of purpose. They start living only for money, comfort, or approval. These things may bring temporary happiness, but only dreams bring lasting meanings, connect you to your future self. They act like a bridge from who you are today to who you are capable of becoming. Without a dream, it is easy to get stuck in the present, overwhelmed by problems and limitations. But with a dream, you always have a light ahead. No matter how hard life gets, you know you are working towards something important. This belief alone can carry you through storms that would otherwise defeat you. People who dream are often misunderstood. Others may call them foolish, unrealistic, or naive. But history shows again and again that all progress comes from dreamers. Every innovation, every piece of art, every social change began as a dream in someone's mind. Dreamers see what others cannot yet see. They hear a different song, they follow a different rhythm. They create paths where none existed before because they dare to believe in something better. Dreams bring excitement, not because they guarantee success, but because they promise the possibility of transformation. There is something thrilling about chasing a dream, even when you don't know if you will catch it. The chase itself is beautiful. It makes you alive. It sharpens your senses, deepens your emotions, and strengthens your spirit. Life is not meant to be lived safely inside comfort zones. Life is meant to be explored, stretched, and tested through the pursuit of dreams. Many people give up their dreams because of fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of hardship. But fear will never give you the excitement that a dream can. Fear builds walls around your life, keeping you small and stuck. Dreams tear down those walls and invite you to step into the unknown. It is in the unknown that you find new strength, new courage, and new possibilities you never imagined. Dreams also make relationships richer. When you share your dreams with others, you connect on a deeper level. You inspire others to dream too. You build communities around shared visions. You create movements that can change families, businesses, and even nations. Dreams are contagious. When one person dares to dream, others see it and begin to believe it might be possible for them too. It is important to protect your dreams, especially in the early stages. Not everyone will understand. Not everyone will support you. Some will criticize out of envy, others out of fear. You must learn to be careful with whom you share your deepest dreams. Find people who nurture your vision, who speak life into your goals, who remind you of your strength when you forget. Protecting your dreams is like protecting a seed. If you plant it in good soil and water it with faith, it will grow in time. Dreams also evolve as you grow. Sometimes what you dream of today will lead you to a bigger dream tomorrow. The journey changes you. You learn new things. You meet new people. You discover new parts of yourself. This is the true magic of dreaming. It not only changes your circumstances, but it changes who you are inside. You become stronger, wiser, more compassionate. You become someone capable of achieving even bigger dreams. Even small dreams matter. Not every dream has to be world-changing. Sometimes the dream to create a better life for your family, to build a small business, to write a book, to master a craft, these dreams are just as meaningful as the grand ones. The size of the dream does not determine its value. What matters is the heart behind it, the passion with which you pursue it. There will be times when the excitement fades and the dream feels heavy. This is natural. Dreams are exciting in the beginning when everything is fresh and full of hope. But real dreams require hard work, persistence, and sacrifice. They demand that you keep going even when progress is slow and results are invisible. In those moments, remind yourself why you started. Reconnect to the excitement you felt at the beginning. Visualize the future you are building. Feed your passion by celebrating how far you have come. Even if you are not yet where you want to be, dreams also make failures meaningful. Without dreams, failure feels like pure defeat. With dreams, failure becomes a stepping stone. Every mistake, every setback, every rejection becomes part of the story you are writing. Instead of seeing failure as a wall, you see it as a lesson. You adjust, you adapt, and you move forward stronger than before. This mindset turns even the worst days into valuable days. Dreams give you the strength to find meaning in the mess. Life is short, but dreams make it deep. They turn ordinary days into adventures. They make simple victories feel like miracles. They teach you that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. Without dreams, people often settle for less. They accept lives that do not excite them. They silence the voice inside that says, there must be more than this. But those who dream refuse to settle. They know that even if they fall short, the journey itself will have been worth it. Dreams make you feel truly alive because they demand everything from you. Your time, your focus, your energy, your heart. They call you to give your best, to stretch beyond what feels comfortable. In chasing a dream, you discover parts of yourself you never knew existed. You unlock creativity, strength, and resilience that would have stayed hidden if you had never dared to dream. Failure is part of the journey, not the end, and understanding this truth can completely change the way you approach life and success. So many people believe that failure means they are not good enough, that they should stop trying, or that they were foolish to even start. But failure is not a signal to quit. It is a signal that you are on the path, that you are trying, learning, and moving forward. It is evidence that you have stepped out of your comfort zone, that you are chasing something bigger than yourself. When you fail, you are gathering experience. You are collecting the real lessons that books and advice cannot teach you. Failure gives you first-hand wisdom about what works and what doesn't. It sharpens your instincts, toughens your spirit, and humbles your ego. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you can imagine. The difference between them and those who gave up is simple. They kept moving forward. The journey toward any meaningful goal will always be filled with setbacks. These setbacks are not detours from the path. They are part of the path itself. They force you to stop, reflect, and adjust. They force you to become smarter, stronger, and more creative. Without failure, there is no real growth. Without struggle, there is no deep achievement. Success built without failure is like a tree without roots. It cannot stand strong when the storms come. Many people see failure as personal, as if it is a reflection of their worth or their abilities. But failure is simply feedback. It is information. It tells you what needs to be improved. It shows you where the gaps are. It teaches you what not to do next time. If you can separate failure from your identity, you will become unstoppable. You are not your mistakes. You are not your setbacks. You are the person who learns, adapts, and keeps going. Failure also builds character. It humbles you in a way that success never can. When you experience failure, you are forced to face your weaknesses, your fears, and your limitations. This honesty makes you real. It makes you wise. It makes you compassionate toward others who are struggling. Failure strips away pride and replaces it with resilience. It teaches you that your value is not in your victories, but in your ability to rise after falling. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history were born out of failure. Famous inventors, leaders, artists, and entrepreneurs often experienced failure after failure before achieving greatness. Their failures were not wasted. They were stepping stones. Each mistake brought them one step closer to finding the right answer. Each rejection toughened their resolve. Each disappointment tested their commitment to the vision they believed in. If you fear failure, you will live small. You will avoid risks. You will hesitate at the edge of opportunity, and you will settle for less than you are capable of achieving. But if you accept failure as part of the journey, you will be free. Free to try, free to create, free to take bold steps that others are too afraid to take. In this freedom, you will find your true strength. You will discover that you are capable of far more than you ever believed. Failure also reveals who you truly are. It tests your patience, your discipline, and your hunger. When everything goes wrong, when nothing works out, when you feel alone and discouraged, who are you then? Those are the moments that define your character. Anyone can smile when things are easy. Anyone can work hard when rewards come quickly. But only those with true heart keep going when it feels like all hope is gone. These are the ones who eventually succeed. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that failure is a permanent condition. They think that because they failed once, they will always fail. But failure is temporary. It is a moment, not a lifetime. It is a chapter, not the whole story. What feels like the end today may actually be the beginning of a new and better path. Sometimes failure closes one door so that you are forced to find another, better one. You must also be careful not to hide from failure by never trying. Some people live their whole lives inside safe zones, never risking, never reaching because they are terrified of failing. But safety is an illusion. Time will still pass. Opportunities will still be missed. Regret will still come. It is better to fail while daring greatly than to succeed at doing nothing important. The pain of failure is sharp but temporary. The pain of regret lasts a lifetime. Learn to welcome failure with open eyes and an open mind. Study your failures. Write them down. Analyze what went wrong. Be honest with yourself. Then use that knowledge to build a stronger, smarter version of yourself. Every failure contains a lesson if you are willing to look for it. Every mistake is a teacher if you are willing to be a student. The quicker you learn from failure, the faster you will move forward. Surround yourself with people who understand that failure is normal. Avoid those who mock or belittle mistakes. Find mentors, friends, and teammates who have failed themselves and are not afraid to talk about it. These are the people who will encourage you to keep going. They will remind you that your failures do not define you, but your courage to continue does. When you understand that failure is part of the journey, you stop being surprised by setbacks. Instead of feeling defeated, you feel challenged. Instead of asking, why me, you ask, what can I learn from this? This shift in mindset changes everything. It transforms obstacles into opportunities. It turns pain into power. It turns defeat into destiny. Persistence is born in failure. True perseverance does not come from success. It comes from falling down and choosing to stand up again. Every time you get back up, you are building muscles of grit and determination. These are the muscles that will carry you across the finish line. Success often looks glamorous from the outside, but behind every victory are countless private battles fought and won in the dark. You must also remember that the bigger your dreams, the more failure you will face. Small goals come with small risks. Big dreams come with big risks. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you must be willing to fail extraordinarily. You must be willing to bet on yourself even when you have lost before. You must be willing to start again with wisdom gained from your scars. Do not rush the process. Sometimes failure teaches patience. You may not be ready for success yet. There may be skills you need to master, habits you need to build, mindsets you need to adopt. Trust that the journey, with all its ups and downs, is preparing you for the future you dream of. Every failure is part of your preparation. There is no shame in failure. The only shame is refusing to try. The only shame is giving up on yourself too soon. Those who succeed are not those who avoid failure. They are those who fail, learn, adjust, and keep chasing their dreams with even greater passion. Failure teaches gratitude. After you have fallen and gotten back up, you appreciate success more deeply. You value every step forward. You understand that nothing is guaranteed and that every victory is a gift earned through effort, persistence, and faith. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Because no matter how gifted someone is, gifts alone are never enough to guarantee success. Talent can open a door, but hard work keeps the door open. Many people are naturally good at something, whether it's speaking, creating, leading, inventing, or solving problems, but if they rely only on their natural ability without consistent effort, they quickly find themselves overtaken by others who may have started with less, but worked with more discipline and hunger, whether it is business, sports, art, or science. The most successful people are not always the ones with the most talent at the beginning. They are the ones who stayed longer, pushed harder, and refused to give up when things became difficult. Talent can create early opportunities, but hard work creates lasting achievements. Without hard work, talent becomes wasted potential. It sits unused and eventually fades away. While hard work turns small abilities into great strengths over time, hard work builds character, discipline, and resilience. It teaches lessons that talent alone cannot teach. When you work hard day after day, you develop a toughness that talent cannot replace. You learn how to handle pressure, how to stay focused when you are tired, and how to stay committed when you are discouraged. Talent might help you win once, but hard work helps you win over and over again because it builds habits that stand strong when challenges arise. People often admire talent because it looks effortless. They see the musician playing beautifully or the entrepreneur building a company quickly and think it must have been easy. What they do not see are the years of unseen effort, the countless hours of practice, the nights of doubt, the sacrifices made behind the scenes. Hard work is invisible most of the time, but its results are undeniable. It creates excellence brick by brick, day after day, until it looks like magic to those who only see the final product. There will always be someone more talented than you, someone who starts ahead, someone who learns faster, someone who seems to succeed more easily. But hard work is the great equalizer. It gives you the ability to compete, to rise, to make your own path. No matter where you start, if you are willing to outwork everyone else, you can achieve things that even the most naturally gifted people fail to reach. Hard work makes the impossible possible because it refuses to accept limits. Hard work also teaches humility. When you have to struggle and sweat for every inch of progress, you never take success for granted. You understand its value because you know the price you paid to get there. This humility keeps you grounded and keeps you hungry. It reminds you that no matter how far you have come, there is always more to learn, more to do, more ways to grow. Talent without hard work leads to arrogance. It tricks people into thinking they are better than they are. It makes them lazy, careless, and overconfident. They stop practicing. They stop learning. They believe that their natural ability will always carry them. But life has a way of humbling those who rely only on talent. Sooner or later, they meet someone who may have less talent but more fire, more focus, more heart, and they lose to that person. Hard work, on the other hand, keeps you honest. It makes you respect the process. It makes you respect others who are climbing their own mountains. It teaches you patience because you know that real success is not built overnight. It is the result of showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's boring, even when progress is invisible. Hard work demands consistency, and consistency eventually demands victory. The beauty of hard work is that it is available to everyone. Not everyone is born with talent, but everyone can choose to work hard. It is the most democratic tool for success. You do not need permission to work hard. You do not need perfect circumstances. You simply need the decision and the discipline to keep going. This decision is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Hard work also compounds over time. Small efforts repeated daily turn into massive results. A little extra effort at the end of each day, a little more focus in each task, a little more persistence after each failure. These small choices multiply until they create a force that is unstoppable. People often underestimate how powerful small acts of hard work can be when added up over months and years. Hard work reveals passion. If you truly care about something, you will be willing to work hard for it. Passion without hard work is just noise. Real passion is proven by the willingness to sacrifice, to endure discomfort, and to persist through obstacles. When you work hard for something, you show the world, and more importantly yourself, that your dream is not just a fantasy, but a true mission. Success is not about who had the best idea or who had the most talent. It is about who refused to quit. It is about who stayed after hours when everyone else went home. It is about who practiced more, who studied harder, who dared to try again after failing. Hard work often beats talent simply because hard work never stops moving forward. While talent without work eventually stands still, there will be times when it feels unfair. Times when you see talented people getting rewards you have not yet received. Times when you wonder if all the hard work is worth it. In those moments, you must remember that you are building something deeper than instant success. You are building mastery. You are building habits that will serve you for a lifetime, not just a moment. Talent can give you a head start, but hard work wins the race in the end. Hard work also inspires others. When people see you pushing through challenges, staying committed, and giving your best every day, they are moved. They see the spirit behind your actions, and it awakens something in them. Hard work creates ripples. It lifts others. It sets a standard. It becomes a source of encouragement for everyone who dares to dream in a world full of distractions and shortcuts. Hard work is a rare and valuable quality. Many want quick success, instant fame, easy rewards, but those who commit to the long, steady road are the ones who build legacies. They are the ones who create work that matters, lives that inspire, and success that lasts. Hard work is a habit, not an event. It must be practiced every day until it becomes part of who you are. It must become so natural that you do not think about it. You simply do it. Like breathing, like walking. You build it one choice at a time, 1 hour at a time, until it becomes your second nature. Every time you choose hard work over comfort, you are writing a different future for yourself. You are choosing growth over stagnation. You are choosing excellence over mediocrity. You are proving to yourself that you are willing to pay the price that greatness demands.